H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, and sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and it is Monday. Oh, it's so much stuff that happened over the weekend. It's just unbelievable. Let me first, you know what we do? It's customary. We shout out to the first 5 people that sign up to the Chop Shop feed via Facebook Live or YouTube Live. And it's accumulated on the screen here. And let me go back and see who are those first 5. We like to recognize them every day and give them a little applause just for the first. We got Alex Cisneros, Jessica Brooks, Todd Byerly, Melvin Dews, Madonna Johnson is in the building, and the 6th man today is Status Moody. Status, I think I got something for you. Status, what's going on with the Chicago, man? Boy, as soon as I start cheering for you, you get your head tore off. But shout out to everybody else. I see you out there. I see you, Corey. I see you, Kim. I see you, Corey. I see you, Mika. I see you, I see you, Darrell Anderson. Henry Kakulia, I see you, brother. Derek Carr, I see you. Mindy Collins, I see you. Dale Griggs, I see you. Rick Brown, I see all of y'all. I see y'all. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Chop Shop. Hey, Tamika. Kevin Freightman is in the building. It's just so much. I don't know where I'm going. But let me, I just want to, this NBA playoffs has been rather interesting. But injuries are playing a big, big part, y'all. What's up with all these injuries? What's up, Ivan Pettit Jr.? What's up with all of these injuries, ladies and gentlemen? I think Kyle Lowry is now hurt. Devin Booker's been hurt over the weekend since we haven't talked to you. Joel Embiid, thumb is messed up. I mean, oh my God. That is Moody said the Bulls are like the weather, 80 on Saturday and 4. Ooh, I said, what's up, Marcus Johnson? It's I like it. And y'all, what's wrong with these crazy fans protesting every time Glenn Taylor show up at an event? And it's unique, man. All these people, we had one lady gluing herself to the floor. She kept put some glue, super glue. I don't know how, and she glued herself to the floor. They removed her. They had a lady. She came to me. They followed them to Memphis. They had. And I don't know the name of this group. I haven't researched them. I haven't researched them that much. But lady chained herself to the stanchion at the Memphis arena, and they unhooked that chain and dragged her on out of here. But yesterday, over the weekend, it's a little something different. Did y'all see it? Did anybody see what happened? Yes, the NFL draft this week. Yeah, yeah, it's NFL draft this week. I got some thoughts. Had a thoughts on Ben Simmons. Y'all know I don't like to talk about Ben. Y'all remember? Come on, Rick Brown. Rick Brown, I'll let y'all talk about Ben, and I'm not gonna sit up here, and I just don't know what's going on with that situation. I really, really, really don't know what's going on with that situation. I will let y'all talk about him, and I'll comment. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know if it's a fact. Yes, Mark Edwards, kids fighting at EYBL says. Let me highlight some of that stuff, y'all. When y'all got it, I'm gonna highlight some of your comments so I can come back and get them. So it's so many be popping up. I don't want, but share the show right now. Before we go any further, let's share. Everybody share. Price of admission when you come on the Chop Shop. Share the show. Mark Edwards, if you're on YouTube, share it with your Twitter. Oh, I hadn't did that today. So Mark, I'm telling you to do something. I'm about to do it right now. Mark, y'all just give me 1 second. I'm gonna share it to my Twitter. See how y'all? Hey, that's what I do. That's what I do. Let me see. Let me find somebody who been texting me. Like my son been texting the heck out of me. He knows about the show. Thad Moody said there's nothing to talk about. Thad Moody, I mean, I just don't want to talk about him, but it might be something, because who is that want to know about Simmons? Rick Brown. Rick Brown want to hear about it. Rick Brown, what you think, Rick Brown? You know, Rick Brown, I had something for you. Let me see. Did I put it up on the screen? Did I put it up on the screen? Yeah, let me see. There we go. This was Ben Simmons last night at the game. The other night at the game. That was Ben Simmons. I don't know. A security guard hit the lay. Oh, yes. We can talk about that a little bit. I thought we were playing basketball, not the. What do you mean, Mark Edwards? Why you call? Have you ever seen a hockey game, Mark Edwards? Have you ever called those hockey players who be fighting? Have you ever called them thugs? Mark Edwards, don't you get on here and be like mainstream media, calling our young kids thugs. Okay? Everybody fought. I fought when I was a young man. So I just don't believe in it. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I'm gonna show y'all. See, our words are very important, Mark. Our words are very important. You got hockey. They fight on every play. I don't hear people calling them thugs. Let's not do what the social structure do to us, Mark. I'm just. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. You say I'm not calling them thugs, but you use the word. You use the word thugs when you talk about summer basketball. So let's not do. I know we've been culturally conditioned to believe that white is superior and black is inferior. I know we have. We've been culturally conditioned. And we just got to flush it. We got to flush it. But yes, they're gonna fight, Mark. Referees don't get this thing under control. They got the referee that got beat up. They showed him. Somebody sent me some pictures of him. No, Mark, you good? Mark, no, you good, Mark. I'm glad you said that, because what you did, you brought light to all of us, Mark. Because sometimes we just do stuff, Mark, because we hear it. We hear it so much. You know, that's why I don't watch Fox News. That's why I don't watch the mainstream news media. I like Roland Martin's news show. Uh, I just do because I mean we just got words are very important, y'all. Words have started wars. Words and broke up marriages. Words and broke up friendships. Words are so important. You know, that's why sometimes when I come on here, y'all don't understand. And I'll come back and apologize immediately because wrong is wrong. If I was wrong, but did we can the kids in the college game that brought? Oh, did we call? Oh, okay, Melvin, dudes, man, y'all let me put this on there. Y'all think it's me? That's why I can't. I have a hard time reading this stuff sometimes. Y'all act like you think it's me. Did we can the kids in college game that brought last week? Man, y'all better spell check before y'all come on this thing. I'm gonna put it on screen, Melvin, dudes. Yeah, I spell check you. Yeah. But just unique, man. We're gonna talk about listen, we're gonna talk about all this stuff. But first of all, we gotta share the show. Ain't enough people on the feed yet. Share the show. Got too much stuff. Lord, got too much stuff to give you, man. You know, too much stuff to give you. Share the show. Let people know that they're here. But I'm liking these NBA playoffs. I'm liking. Let me go through my notes and see if some stuff I want to share with y'all before I get. I got one thing I did see over the weekend. Shout out to all the young kids who participated in the live period. I saw somebody sent me this. When you send me something, I told y'all input equal output. Check this out. I didn't just fell in love with this. What his name? Jojo Tugler. I didn't fell in love with him. I love that slip screen. I got to show that again, y'all. I got to show that again. Hold on. Shout out to the Houston Hoops. I watched them. They had a welcome addition. Y'all, when you have my people on your team, I gotta watch it. They Ashton Hardaway, Penny's son, played with the Houston Hoops for the first weekend. He was formerly with the one of them teams up there in Drive Nation, and then he just decided that he wanted to go in a different direction, and worked out well for him. Worked out well for the team. Shout out to little TJ Ford Jr. I got a chance to see him play. I mean, y'all got read up laughing. I remember he's a little bitty baby, man, and now he's on the circuit playing basketball. It's unbelievable. I got a chance to watch the Hoops play. I guess every game, and I sometimes I'll switch over to JL3. Sometimes I'll switch over to Live On. The only reason I switch over to Live On because they got some Houston players and Houston flavor, and in that situation, so I switch over back and forth. I don't know those other Under Armour, and I don't know how to reach and reach out to see they because they tell me I'm gonna have to go to Baller TV to watch it. I'm not watching, because I ain't got no son. I'm not watching it. But shout out to those kids, man. I mean, Mighty Mike, he on a new team now. Y'all, he back. He with JL3. Guess what? I'm JL3 now. 15 years old, JL3. Robert Hatter gonna follow whatever they doing. So I told y'all that all this stuff is about just like you like to watch your kids. I like to watch certain players because I don't have a son in there, but there's certain players that I gravitate toward, and I want to watch him and support him. But I'm excited about JL 315. Money Mike used to be at Houston Hoops, but he went to still stayed on the EYBL circuit. So I love it. Mike Collins is his real name. Shadow Creek. What else? Let me see. I got some. I got so many things I want to share with you. Let me, yeah, my main man Kevin Friedman said, the NFL draft is this week. Teams are trying to top. I see a lot of teams are Jeremy Cunningham trying to trade down. This is overall consensus to them. It's not a great draft in the first round, so they're trying to trade down. You know why they want to trade down? So they want to pay all that money up at the top to a guy that they might not think that's good. they trying to trade down to. 'Cause I'm not gonna pick him way up there because he ain't. I'm not gonna give him all that money. That's all this NFL draft is about. All this NFL draft is about. In case you didn't know, the NFL is great for TV, but it's also an anti-free market scheme. Okay, um, there are the two primary functions of the NFL draft. Just I'm always trying to give you all some information. is to First is to keep salaries as low as possible, and second is to entertain us. Okay, keep drafts because they're under a rookie pool. You draft talent, you don't have to pay them a premium, and you can hold them for 4 or 5 years before you have to pay them. So that's why I keep telling y'all, don't get mad when these players like Debo Samuel and all the guys want to do so. Support the player. Support the player because this is the only time they have leverage. But the NFL draft is, like I said, it's amazing. It's glorious. The draft is beautiful. The draft is wonderful. It's spectacular. I've been a part of it for the last 30 years. But I just want to let y'all, it's the most anti-capitalist thing the NFL does. You will watch. I will watch. We will do. While we do, we shouldn't forget one of the biggest reasons the draft exists is because owners want to save money, and it's possible. And it's possible the lack of free market system for it might have saved owners hundreds of $1,000,000 over the past decade. What I mean by when you draft somebody and you're under the rookie pool, you got a certain amount of money you have to spend on these guys, and that's it. If every guy came in as a free agent, it wouldn't be no cap on the money. Hey, you this good, you get this much. You this good, you get this amount. You this good, you get this amount. You this good, you get this amount. That is Moody said the UA Next and the CB have their own live streams as well as website. But I don't yet. I know. I thank you, that is Moody. But I don't know a lot of them players on that I got a personal connection with that's on those circuits. You follow me, that is Moody? I don't think you heard me. Certain players that I follow. I know I talk so much on the show, y'all sometimes don't listen. Certain players that I follow, and they happen to be on the EYBL. Okay? So I'm glad they got one. So if it's another player that I follow and that I hear about, that is Moody. Thanks for that information. I just didn't know those, because the people in my circle don't talk about those two particular platforms. So that's just me. You got to realize that's Jimmy's thing, not mine. Yeah, I follow my guys. Yeah. Hatter, what's your favorite NFL draft story of a player? Favorite? What you mean by favorite? I don't favorite NFL draft story. I have to think about that. Favorite NFL draft story. I ain't got no favorite stories. Don't nothing happen at the draft, man. Shit boring as hell when you're there. Don't nothing happen at the draft that much. Don't nothing. Super Bowl, a different story. At the draft, I'm trying to see. I'll think about that one. One of the unique ones was didn't have nothing to do with me, but I was there that time that Lamar Jackson and his mom was the last people in the green room because he got drafted so late. And that's draft is boring. I don't see how y'all say, unless y'all got somebody. I mean, I have to watch it because if I didn't have to watch it, I wouldn't watch it. But what happens? Nothing. Somebody call your name. You come up there with them ugly suits and all that ugly jewelry on, and put on them ugly outfits that I can't. I mean, no. I mean, I don't have a great draft story. If I think of one, Melvin Dewes, you'll be first. You'll be first. That's a good question. All right, let me see. Let me get back. Let me get back. Let me get back. Let me get back. Hey, y'all. Hold on. This is between us now. I'm watching the game with somebody. They don't watch. In all fairness, they not sports people. They don't watch the games, right? So the New Orleans Pelicans was playing, and you know their acronym they put up on the screen is NOP, N-O-P. They said, "What's NOP?" I didn't know what the hell they was talking about. What is NOP? I said, "What you mean NOP?" Right there on the screen, NOP. New Orleans Pelicans. They had no idea. They put New Orleans Pelicans. And I said, I wondered if anybody else had that problem. Karen, have you ever had a person watching the game with y'all that's not familiar with sports, and they looked up and it was not had a great time this weekend, man. My son got a chance to go to the Brooklyn Nets and Boston Celtics games this weekend. Had fun. What else I got? Got something else. Got a question for y'all too. Who is the friendliest celebrity you ever met or talked to? I didn't say she was a her. Trey Phillips. Trey Phillips, you know what? I made sure I made it not gender perspective. I said, "Day." Trey Phillips, I got you. Trey Phillips, who said it was a her? So you saying a guy couldn't know? I got you. A guy couldn't know. I like that. Okay. Who is the friendliest celebrity you ever met or talked to? You see him, Dad Moody, I'm glad you caught Trey Phillips. Somebody tell me, Ed Russell, Brandy, who is the friendliest celebrity? You know I'm getting to some. You ever talked to? I met. Just want to know, y'all pop them up on the screen. Magic was mine other than the local guys. Okay? I mean, the friendliest. Magic is one of the friendliest guys. Man, get out of here. Celebrity, man. Come on, Kevin Freeman. Who is your favorite celebrity? I mean, the nicest, the friendliest. Friendliest person. I try to think about it, y'all. I try to think about it. Allen Iverson was friendly? Wow. Daryl Anderson, that's a good one. Daryl Anderson out had it. Hey, y'all, come on now. Oh, I guess y'all waiting. Y'all trying to think about it. Okay. I saw something. Vince Young, Adrian Peterson. See, this is why I wanted to know. Them good guys, great guys right there, Jeremy Davis. Some great guys. Y'all, I saw somebody sent to me. No, somebody sent to me. Y'all know Coach Yo. She been on this show before. She is the head coach of, who was that? Ole Miss basketball coach. Ole Miss. Rafe Austin. That's a good one. She tweeted something, y'all. Check this out. To the women, we can talk about the women and the men and all that, but check this out. She said this, and you probably got it already, but it got to me. Now, Kevin Freeman, I know it. I got it. Michael Carter. Thank you, Keith. Y'all share the show now. She said something, y'all. Y'all know when I tweet, when I put it in my notes like this. See, I put her tweet in my notes. She said, "Be the woman," but I took it as man too. I took it, but she just said, "Be the woman who fixes another woman's crown without telling the world that it is crooked." Wow. Hold on. I play this one. Walter said, James Jordan, 1980 All-Star game in Houston with my father. James Jordan. Okay, who is James? Michael Bourne. Who is James Jordan? Walter Yates. Seneca. I just asked the question. Kevin Allen. Now, who is your friendliest? Oh, Michael Jordan's dad. Okay, okay, okay. I just okay. I believe that was love. He said, I got to hang with Ernest Givens and Haywood Jeffers twice. Gave a young brother a lot of game. That's awesome, man. That's awesome, DeAndre. Uh, thank you, Walter Yates. Kevin Allen, who is the friendliest celebrity you ever met? I'm just curious. Are you ever talked to? Ever met and talked to? Just curious. But back to this. Be the woman or the man who fixes another woman or man's crown without telling the world that it is crooked. That's heavy. Heavy. Did y'all hear what I said? Ain't nobody said nothing about it. I know y'all busy typing. Mike Tyson is really a cool dude, Doc. But I want to hear it. Charles Austin and wow. And Charles Austin. Who is Charles Austin? Rashad and Penny for me, Chuck McGowan. Them two good guys. Them two guys got something in common too, Chuck McGowan. I just wonder what it is. Moses Malone, one of the greatest men I've ever met. Rashad and Penny, Chuck, two good guys. But I want you, where my women at? I want you, be the woman who fixes another woman's crown without telling the world that it is crooked. See, y'all probably some haters. That's why ain't nobody said nothing. I know y'all ain't nobody said nothing about this. But where all my people at out here? Thank you, Dale Griggs. Thank you for recognizing what I said. Dale Griggs, think about what she said. Think about what she said. Let me come and straighten the crown on Kevin Allen's head without me go telling everybody. Kevin might have did something. I'm going to come and talk to Kevin about it. I'm not finna go talk and scandalize his name and talk about him behind. Y'all follow me? Dale, you know my homeboy Harry Brooks. He introduced me to a snake. Wow. Otis Thorpe is a great guy. Kevin Garnett, super laid back, unlike yeah. Oh, Kevin Garnett is unbelievable. Sometimes now he get in his moods now, Walter. You just called him a good mood. Always do that. We have that because others wouldn't. And y'all, when I saw it, it just blew me away, man. I should have put it on the screen. I'm gonna put it on the screen tomorrow. I'm gonna keep that one. Then, y'all, I had to think about me because I like Teslas and stuff like that. But as a black person, knowing how they treat black employees, I no longer see driving a Tesla as a symbol of luxury. The more I found out about who Elon Musk is, no, sir. No, sir. I can't do it. When I know better, I do better. So got something else for you. Hold on. Because, we was talking about Ben Simmons. And I want to put that back up there, y'all. I want to put that. Kid was on the bench. They showing this. It's a meme now. He's on the bench. He's saying his back hurting. And that's why I don't want to get into it. I don't know what's going on with Ben Simmons. I don't know. I don't want to tear his head off, but it's strange. it's strange. I've never seen this in my 30 years in this business. I've never seen a situation like this. But this what mamas and daddies, if your son is blessed enough, your daughter blessed enough to make it and go to, to a basketball, play professional basketball or be professional in anything, just be in the public limelight. Some guy tweeted this out yesterday. If you don't have someone in your circle to tell you that you tripping, you'll never be successful. Yes, man in your circle don't help at all. And I've been talking about this over the years. If you don't have somebody in your circle to tell you that you tripping, you'll never be successful. Y'all, a lot of these young guys is playing in these leagues, and y'all see them do all of this crazy because they got people around them. That everything they said is yes. Oh, she said, shout out to, look at the Jimmy Buckets, Joel Embiid, Herb Jones. Herb Jones, I'm just loving Herb Jones. Y'all know why I'm loving Herb Jones, right? Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all why I'm loving. Oh, let me take a quick break, right quick. I got some stuff for y'all when I come back. Okay, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere.
Welcome to All Ticket Attractions, your number one source for tickets, local or nationwide. Here's our current promotion: ticket purchase installments. Just pay 25% down and make weekly payments. Ladies and gentlemen, Chop Shop members, go to your favorite show. Sit on the front row. If you want a ticket but can't pay all of it, put it on weekly installments. Now back to the Chop Shop with Hatter and Hicks, your midday sports happy hour.
Welcome back, everybody. Let me tell you something. If you need a lawyer, Cox Brady, your law firm. If you need tickets to any event, All Ticket Attractions. If you want to have a party or just want to just have you and your mate, like Trey Phillips, you be out there smoking your cigars, call Danny Wilkes. I'm going to put her thing across the bottom of the screen. And of 1818 Charcuterie. She's on there all let me make sure I got her thing somewhere. I got it somewhere. Oh my God. Y'all got so much stuff on this computer. But 1818 Charcuterie on all streaming platform on all the platforms. If you go you got to go to a Twitter. Twitter is unbelievable. Here it is right here. Here the information. We got to support those people. Yes. The man thought of y'all enough. Nick Harris said, look, if you don't, the ticket is the month to wait, you get your ticket, secure your ticket now. Put down a deposit on your ticket, pay on your ticket, then you ain't trying to just come out, out of pocket with it. Great concept. I've never seen it been done. We just so creative in this space, but check out Danielle Wicks at 713-516-4727, 1818 Charcuterie. I'm learning how to pronounce that word because I couldn't pronounce that word at all. But I saw some names y'all were talking about up there. Saw some this weekend. Let's go. Let's go to these crazy fans. Let's I'm just gonna go down. We're gonna talk about something. Did y'all see? This is what I like about Herb Jones. We mentioned him a minute ago, right? Watch this.
The more you play a team, you pick up this. Nah, man, I don't need your help. Come here, brother. Help me out. Remember in games 1 and 3, Chris Paul. The more you play.
The reason I hope y'all understand Herb wasn't being snide. Chris Paul had been talking crazy to that boy for about 10 straight minutes, going back and forth, all and up and down the court. Then when he fall down, you finna come try to get your hand off of me. I don't want you. My guy, pick me up. Love that. Herb Jones, you my man. Yeah, boy, Herb Jones, you ball, you get the call. I was thinking about summer basketball this year, and I'm all over the place. I'm just giving you stuff to talk about. Who's gonna be this summer's? Who's gonna be this year's Anthony Black? Don't play on the shoe circuit. Wind up being a McDonald All-American. Gonna go and surprise everybody on a non-sponsor shoe circuit and come back and do this. Who gonna be the next Anthony Black? I'm just curious. I was thinking about it. I always think about Anthony Black. I just like it. Hold on. Got something else for you. He said, Roll Tide. Hold on. What do y'all think about this? Y'all help me with this
one. I think it's bad. In theory, it's good. Freedom of movement, all this stuff. In theory, it's good. I think sometimes it gives young people a way out without actually trying to fight through some things. But in theory, coaches can move. In theory, kids should be able to move too. But it's out of control right now, where the reason you're moving is because, I can get a bigger NIL deal somewhere else. I'm not sure the reason we're moving are for the right reasons. I think they're for reasons that sometimes wouldn't be best for a youth's life over time. Because I do think there's something about us staying somewhere and fighting through some stuff.
What do you think of the end?
What do y'all think about that? I know he was in town. How many of y'all managed to go over to his camp? Especially you coaches. How many? I don't agree with it. I figured you would agree with it. I don't agree with it at all. I don't agree with his ass. Cheating ass. I don't agree with it. I don't. I'm glad that somebody. See, I'm gonna put not you. I didn't mean to put you up there. I don't want to see no Roll Tide up there today. But I'm glad you. I don't agree with it. Now the rabbit got the gun. The NCAA not the Final Four, the March Madness was one of the most watched and one of the greatest March Madness that I ever been associated. Maybe because I was part of it. I don't know. But I watched every minute of it. So how in the hell, what it does is making them evil ass coaches to quit treating these damn kids bad. Talking about they got to stay. So I'm supposed to stay here and let you cuss me out for 4 years and tell me to take your ass back home to your mammy, like one of them coaches told a kid from our city. And I'm supposed to stay there and work through it? Coaches moving every day. Why don't they stay Brandon and work through something? Shaheem Holloway got before they down there won the championship with St. Peter's. He was out of there. And you agree with this guy? Coaches changing every day. Coaches getting fired every day. Take another job. But when the player, these kids are turning college athletes. So what? So what? What is that got to do? You a college coach. You part of it. You part of it. Walter Yates. These kids, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all. These kids are turning college athletic to free agency. So what? They should choose wisely and learn how to deal with their decision. Hold up, let me put this crap back up on the screen. That they make sometime. I don't condone unfair treatment, but other things, I think it's out of control. Well, then, I'm glad you think like that. I don't think like that at all. Some kids ain't transferring. Every kid ain't transferring. These lying ass, these kids finding out these coaches ain't worth for 4 dead flies, too. How about that? Yeah, shout out to Kendrick Davis. He been my nephew, but he just wanted to go to the best university in the world. I love it. Yeah, shout out to Kendrick Davis. He chose, out of all the schools, he chose Memphis to continue his education and continue his basketball career. No. I'm in the pro business, but I understand this business. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, all of y'all sometimes think y'all experts in my damn business. So guess what? I'm going to come down and be an expert in y'all's business. How about that? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Walt Yates. I'm smart enough. I know enough coaches and enough parents and enough players over the last 30 years that dealt with this. I got 30 years of research. 30 years of research dealing with college athletes and their rotten ass coaches who will let all the white agents in and meet with the players and tell me if they catch me on the campus, they're going to have me arrested. Yes, I'm a little tainted and a little jaded. Of course. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Had to remember I told you about Kendrick when he gave Fox that business. Yep. Is Kendrick a pro? He going to have a shot. But do y'all hear? And Walter Yates, I love. Greatest move KD could have made. The hell he gonna go up there to Texas for? Alpha Yoke. What hell he gonna go to Texas for? You can get the hell out of here. I ain't gonna look at that smile whenever. Of course. Oh, B. Scott. This how I feel every time they talk about Memphis.
It's Memphis. Nothing but Memphis. Everywhere we go, it's Memphis. Memphis, Tennessee, the beautiful land in the world. It's Memphis.
B. Scott, yeah, that's how I feel. Hey, that's like me and Kendrick, when I see Kendrick, Memphis. Yeah. Big 12, okay, Big 12. Big 12, baby. The hell about the Big 12? Kendrick was already in the Big 12. He played for TCU. Big 12. He was in the Big 12 too. Alpha, come on now. Y'all can have that Big 12. Big 12, my ass. How about that? Where else? Free enterprise, make your money, young people. Yes. This man talking about the spring game. Ain't nobody talking about no football, and especially the Horns. Have they won the national championship since Vince Young ain't walking back in that building? If a coach builds a team right, communicates their role. Let me put this. I forgot to lock that one in for you, girl. Herb, I'm glad you're here. If a coach builds his team right, communicates their roles, gets buy-in, they won't have transfers and need to transfer. Sometimes, hey, y'all. Herb, I've been watching some basketball games. I watched a lot of basketball, high school basketball games. I watched a lot of EYBL basketball. That's all I watched. Yeah. Heard. What parents? What do y'all be telling y'all kids before they go out to the court? It seemed like every last one of y'all, man, you better get your shots up. Man, you better get your shot. I promise you, Chuck McGowan, there's so much damn bad basketball played out here. D. Scott, that ain't you on that profile pic. She talking about my profile pic is so pretty. Kendrick made the best move for him. How can you not learn from? Hey, they ain't thinking about that. Some of these guys who went to these universities, they've been brainwashed. Chuck McGowan, I ain't gonna call their name. They've been brainwashed. That's all right. That's all right. What school did you go to, Mr. Katie? Because this guy seemed to, he wants to be important. Let me put him up there. I'm going to put him on the screen, Mr. Katie, so I can tie his ass up. I just want to know, I mean, what school? Give me your alma mater, Mr. Katie, so other than Katie. You just claim whole Katie. Whichever team and Katie win, you claim them. I mean, I ain't never heard no stuff like that. But give us some parameters to work with. So what else we got? What else we got? Herb Baker. Who Herb Baker? All the people who just shown, even you, Mr. Katie. I got a question for y'all. Who is the friendliest celebrity you ever met or talked to? Okay, see that? Hey, y'all, what are these parents telling these kids? I'm watching, y'all, listen. These guys are pulling the ball. I mean, as soon as they get across half court, listen. If you're not shooting making 500 of those shots a day, making, don't shoot it. I saw a lot of 1 for 9s and a lot of 1 for 12 in high school, summer basketball. Come on, y'all. Come on. Hey, and Darryl Barnes, you supposed to want him to go to your university, but you don't. Listen, you don't talk about the other university. Let me read Alfio what I read earlier. Coach Yo, Ole Miss head coach. Alfio, this is for you. Be the person who fixes another person's crown without telling the world that it is crooked. Just because he didn't go to Texas doesn't mean his choice to go to Memphis was bad. He might have did not want to go mess with Texas. He been in Texas all his life. He went to TCU. He went to SMU. Maybe the kid want to get away from Texas. You feel me? Sometimes we just oh my God. That shot is killing the game. I don't think the shot is killing the game, coach. I think these coaches are letting these players do what the hell they want to do. Ooh, man, did I catch the Magic Johnson documentary? Yeah. Let me show y'all something. Let me show you something. Have y'all noticed that Winning Time went on this weekend? because Jerry West complained about it and they took it off. Let me get some of my tea. Winning Time. The documentary. I was beginning to like it. They took it off. They didn't play it last night because Jerry West. Google it. I ain't got time to tell the whole story. Google it. But Magic Johnson, y'all got to watch his. He did. Michael Jordan challenged him to do not the new one, Corey. That was the old one, Corey. That one been played. It's a new one. That was last week's, Corey. Came on last night, but the last week's came on again. Come on, Corey. Shelton said, wow, yeah, they didn't play the new one. Shit, I'm sitting there looking for it last night. Uh-oh. What happened here, Ken Gamble? Ken Gamble, what happened here? What happened here, Ken Gamble? Had a college coach tell me hold on. Let me put both of this thing on. See, I can put all this stuff on the screen now. Had a college coach tell me a kid, no matter what they did, they wasn't going to play. But during the year, they acted like the reason they wasn't playing was because of lack of performance. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Mr. Gamble. Absolutely. Only for confess because the coach took another job and wanted to recruit the kid. Wow. It's bad out there in them streets, man. And you gonna tell a kid he can't go? It came on no, it didn't. Let me see. They already had it starting backcourt at U of H. Thank you, Herb Baker. Some people. Herb Baker, you know what? Somebody told me you can't discuss basketball with everybody, Herb Baker. Winning Time came on last night, but not the. Oh my God. What episode came on last night? Since you're calling me a lie, Kingston. What's the name of the episode? What's the name of the episode, King Stick, since you want to call me a lie? See, I'm a lot better this year. I'm going to put it on there. What's the episode that came on last night? Hold up. I got my HBO Max. Okay, I got it. Hold on. What's the episode? Since you know so damn much. You must have, dude, the latest one out there right now. Memoirs, Memento Mori. They played that last week. You behind. Well, you might have a bootleg. What's the name? All I asked, what's the name? Last one I saw, see there? I said on the network. God. And this clown gonna call me a lie. I said the network, because I got the network where I pay for it. I don't have the bootleg. I ain't got that one. I don't have that one. But on the network, it didn't play. On the network. You know something, the reason I'm repeating this, because this is on the network. Jerry West can't tell the people on the stick what to do. But on the network, they pulled it. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Well, maybe me and Kelton's don't work that good. Ours, so maybe we need to come over your house and watch it, King Stick. Yeah, maybe we need it. I'm talking about on mine and Kelton's. I guess me and Kelton are the only one that it happened to. But back to Magic Johnson. Back to Magic Johnson. See that? It's called, but on the network, it's called The Invisible Man. Thank you, Kessler. But on the network, HBO, ain't no Invisible Man on this joint. Nowhere. But maybe I need to upgrade it. But back to what I was talking about. But back, damn, y'all get me off. Y'all get me off. Boy, I love it though. I love it. Hold up, I got something else for y'all. But I was thinking about the Magic Johnson doc, right? Just thinking about it. Then I went, damn, they got episode 8-2. California Dreaming. I just ain't got them. I told you, I just ain't got them. I told you, maybe, hold up, maybe mine behind. I'm gonna get, y'all show me what y'all doing. You know I want to see that one. Thank y'all for calling me a lie. Because on my TV and on Kelton TV, it just ain't working. Wait a minute. Where y'all watching it at, Herb? I just want to know. I want to know. But back to this. Y'all, I read something, y'all. I ain't got DirecTV. See? I ain't got DirecTV. Okay. All right. Thank you, King C. Thank you, baby. All right. Okay. All right. Let me get back to this. Forget that. Okay. Let's get back to this. Watching the Magic Johnson documentary. I hope y'all watch it. I read a book, y'all. And I think this is going to mess y'all up a little bit. I read a book. Did y'all know that O.J. Simpson wrote a book back in 1970? A book. It's called The Education of a Rich Rookie. O.J. Simpson. Because I'm talking about magic, but I'm referencing O.J. Simpson. So follow me. It's a 21 chapter book, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, it's co-written. He is talking about what he wants to do for black people. This is O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson just finished his rookie year. And the first chapter is called A Question of Image. O.J. Simpson. This is what Simpson said. He said, needless to say, my popularity has also been a key to my financial success. This is his first year, y'all. He just finished up his first year. In fact, this book was published in 1990. He said, I'm well aware that others have run just as fast and far without ever earning a fraction of the endorsement money that I've made in just this last year. It made me think about Magic Johnson documentary. Very interesting. I really want to know what y'all think, if y'all seen both of them, about the contrast between Magic's documentary and Winning Time, the one that everybody talking about on here now. If people talking about they done paid they $5 stick and they marked the description, all of that stupid. This ain't important no more. We passed that. I'm also aware. I want to know. I'm also aware. I'm going back to the book. This is O.J. Simpson now. I'm also aware that I have been accused of playing the establishment game, trying to get important people to like me in order to further my career. He said, that's just not true. I'm enjoying the money, the big house, and the cars. What ghetto kid wouldn't? But I don't feel that I'm being selfish about it. I said, wow. This O.J. Simpson. He said, in the long run, watch this. This is the 70s. In the long run, he said, I feel like my advances in the business world will shatter a lot of white myths about black athletes and give some pride and hope to a lot of young blacks. And when I'm finished with the challenges of football, I'm going to take on the challenges of helping black kids in every way I can. This O.J. Simpson in his first year. Let me go on. This O.J. Simpson, yo, listen. I know y'all listening. This is O.J. Simpson talking. He said, I believe I can do as much for my people in my own way as Tommy Smith and Jim Brown and Jackie Robinson, or Jackie Robinson may choose in another way. That is a part of the image I want too. Man, I almost threw that book in the trash. I did. A lot of people might know about what I just read. But the vast majority of people in the social structure in the world have no idea that O.J. Simpson started out that way. What do you do when you are in a society, by all account? O.J. Simpson started out, seems like, with good intentions. Talk to me, Herb Lee. You heard what the social structure. Y'all know the social structure. I explained it over time. Social structure is how they see us. And the governance structure is how we see each other. How they see us. Us is us. 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 The social structure advances you if you can run, you can pitch, and you can hit a jump shot and swing a bat. They advance you. And now you're in the public eye in the social structure, and you have all these people in the governance structure looking at you like they like you because they're looking at you, right? People in the governance structure looking at you like, they just like you, son, because you run fast. What you gonna do for your people? There was a time when I was young, and a lot of us were young, very young, when black celebrities and athletes were expected to do something for the black community. And the question that we raise is why? Why were they expected to do anything? Clearly, even Orenthal James Simpson, O.J. Orenthal James, said, I believe I can do as much for black people as Jackie Robinson did, as Jim Brown is doing. I can do so much for black people. Then I think about Irvin Johnson in this documentary. opening up Magic Johnson theaters, going into business and employing black people, calling meetings between the Crips and the Bloods, making sure we build around Los Angeles and get everybody a job. OJ, you didn't do none of that. Why you doing that? This young man grew up in Lansing, Michigan. Did y'all hear in the doc? He said, my daddy didn't miss a day of work in his life. My mama prayed for me every day. I had a big family. We came from a working class. Magic Johnson came from a working class family. You think I'm out just here dribbling a damn basketball? Bruh. These guys are more than athletes. Thank you, Trey. Daddy, stop playing basketball. Take care of his family. Y'all did I think about what's going on in the world? I don't know if y'all, I don't know if y'all, but this Magic is doing a lot. Herb. I'm gonna put this on the screen. Herb. What rich, young, whatever is not doing a lot of that? You're only faithful as your options. Only as faithful as your options. You're young. You're rich. You're nice looking. You in LA. What was he gonna do? I love it, y'all. I love it. But hold up. I did want to share with y'all. That's the difference between the two shows. But see, y'all got to realize winning time is somebody else's depiction of what happened. His documentary is what he wanted to portray. Like Michael Jordan in The Last Dance. Everybody get mad at him. This was Michael's story. Scotty, this wasn't your story. Get your own damn story. This wasn't Bill Withington's story. This wasn't Bill Cartwright's story. It was Michael. It was Seneca Johnson telling his story. I don't know nothing about Seneca Johnson. How the hell I'm going to tell Seneca Johnson's story? Can't tell you about Herb's life. Herb got to tell his story. I can't tell you nothing about Thaddeus Moody's life. Thaddeus Moody got to tell his story. Trey Phillips, I can't tell you about Trey Phillips' life. He got to tell his story. Winning time was somebody's. That's why I said we all got to write our own books. Because somebody else gonna tell the story. You follow me? Now I understand why Magic, he said, no, I'm not endorsing that one. I had nothing to do with that one. He was classy about it, but you can tell he was mad as hell. He said, but I got one, Jeannie Buss got one coming out. He just told his story. Because Michael Jordan said, man, when you gonna do yours? I did mine. But winning time, winning time, all of it you should look at as entertainment. Because all you doing is getting you a glimpse, and then you draw a conclusion on what you think happened. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I like the dude who's playing Magic. He steals the show. That's my dude. But I was just thinking about how crazy these fans are, man, in basketball, man. I'm just sitting there thinking about, you know, I told you it was a lady. I'm trying to find your comments so I can make sure I don't miss nothing. Glenn, owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves, he sold it now to Mark Lowry and Alex Rodriguez. They're going to take over in 23. And they're going to take over in, 2023. Glenn Taylor owned a lot of, I think, chicken farms or bird farms or something. Something happened where the birds got infected, and they had to, in order to stop the spread of the virus, they had to kill some birds. I didn't read. I'm serious. Y'all help me out. I think I've just breezed through it, and these people are protesting every time his teams play. The owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves. The first time, the lady glued herself to the floor. Okay. The second time, the lady chained herself to the basket in Memphis. And they eject her little ass down, eject her out of there. And it's all women. And they protesting something. But then this happened. Hold on. Let me see. Here we go. Now, I prematurely played them out of place, but that was the second one. Because at first, they let me get to the first one. In case you didn't see it, I know a lot of people saw this, but I'm trying to find the one that I really want. Where is it? Okay, let's go. Let's just go here. Let's go here.
Vanderbilt showing off that low-key bounce, keeps it alive. Edwards finds the cutter, Beverly bucks it. Towns wrestles through. Jackson went down. Towns can't go. Vanderbilt showing off that low-key bounce, keeps it alive. Edwards
if you watch closely, that guy, security knew these people was up to something. First of all, why did they let him get behind the owner? That's the owner and his wife sitting there. Why did they let y'all? You can't sit behind. They know exactly who's sitting behind Tillman Fertitta. She wasn't dressed like a pro referee up under. No, she wasn't. That fake man, no, she was. She had on something up under the thing. She had something, and they pulled it. Quit watching, looking at too much social media. That's all right. I want to see all y'all stay on Twitter when this damn fool by Twitter, and he gonna have all these right-wing haters can say anything hell they wanted to on Twitter. I want to see if y'all gonna still subscribe to Twitter. Soon as that sale go through, I'm off it. That's just me. Y'all can stay on there. But let me go back. Let me go back. I'm seeing something. I want y'all to watch now. Y'all watch close up. The dude saw the girls. Watch this.
Edwards beats Beverly. Towns underneath.
Be looking at it.
What's going on here? Oh, wow. Somebody's run onto the floor. Beverly goes into the front row on the other. Wrong with these people.
They said, get that other one too. Get that other one too.
Somebody else here who's...
Now that's the owner and his wife got to get up, man. That wife got the hell out of there.
And they're going after... People are insane.
She's crazy, man. The folks...
Thankfully, everybody, aside from the people protesting, appear to be okay.
I mean, y'all seeing this? And I hope I don't get in trouble for doing this because, the NBA is getting...
I mean, this is getting...
Guys should jump out there.
It's getting carried away to the point that you're endangering the physical welfare of people. Including the protesters themselves.
I don't even know what that was.
I didn't mean to turn that off. Hold on, let me go. I got to hear what that man said. Because he going to say...
Man, what's up? I don't even know what that was. Yeah, man, what's up?
Possession, though.
Yeah. No, I think we got the ball back. We didn't get it?
They want the tip.
Yeah, y'all got to stop that, man. Yeah, put this out there. Yeah, y'all got to stop running on the floor in Minnesota. Do that in Memphis. Don't do that in Minnesota, man. Yeah. Nah, don't do it. We don't need it.
I didn't know he said that. I didn't know he said. But yo, I'm just giving y'all. These people are zealous. Y'all remember I told you about the zealots? How did they get on they paid a lot of money to get on the floor seats. I just wish I had somebody that can see. Hey, here another angle. But they shook her shirt off. Man, let me tell you something, man. That's what we should be doing about them damn voting rights. For real. Yeah, they had a whistle. They had a fake. Yeah. These folks went through some planning to do that, man. Think about this, y'all. What's wrong, man, with us, with people? Because she's a person, too. She had a show. What's wrong? And then I came across this. First of all, I'm going to go back to something of basketball because I want to. I know. That is Moody. All my referees, everybody in the referee. Bobby Benjamin posted something last night. He wanted to know, was this a travel? I'm going to put it on here. Watch this. Was that a travel? I'm not going to say nothing. I know what I thought about. Was that a travel? Was that a travel? What my ref said? That is Moody. No, was that a travel? Daddy said no. Kim Jackson said no. Who else? Kevin Freeman don't call traveling. He just wants that clout. Walter Yates, man. You know what I love about Walter Yates? He gives it to everybody. That man said Kevin Freeman don't call traveling. He just won't that clock to right out. Hey, I didn't ask. See, y'all can't. I love y'all, man. But y'all, I asked, the man asked me, was it a travel? He didn't say nothing about a call. No traveling. Nothing mixed dunk. Okay, no. Okay. Look good to me. Okay, thank you, Calvin. Calvin, you call games. Who give me who my ref set out there? What my ref? What's up, Fob? Fob, let me play it again for you. Just got Robert Reiser said no. I believe Robert Reiser. I believe Mr. Reiser. I believe him. Hey, a player better have a suitcase and a round trip ticket before I call travel. No, man, you got to call it, man. You know, boy, you referees, I love y'all, but boy, y'all, oh my goodness. You know, I pray for y'all all the time because I don't want them people messing with y'all. So it wasn't a trial. Okay, that was for Bobby Benjamin. Now, I got to go. Where my women at? Where my people at? Walter Yates, I want you to, Walter Yates now, I'm giving you a warning on this one. But be prepared. I prayed before the show. From now on, I'm praying every time before I come on the show. Walter Yates have no respect for a person get it. Check this out. I saw something. This is just new. I had something else to talk about, but I saw this and I had to talk about it. Because guess what? She one of ours. First time I ever heard her talk about it. And before I go there, hey, Marissa, before I go there, I got to tell y'all something. I got good news. Women's basketball. What Alfio? Call Alfio back to the front of the room. Put your chalk, your chalk down on the chalkboard, Alfio. Women's basketball announced Sydney Carter as the director of player personnel. Schaefer as former TSU standout, a Texas A&M standout, and national champion to the Longhorn staff. Yo, did y'all hear what I just said? Did y'all hear what I just said? I see that, Jimbo. Hold on. I just want to make sure y'all heard what I said. I just want to let me repeat this. Texas women's basketball announces Sydney Carter as the director of player personnel. We're very happy to be able to announce an addition of Sydney Carter to our staff. She brings so much to the table that will help. I'm cheering for Texas basketball now. I told y'all how I am. Jimmy, they done hired my girl. Hold on, let me bring you in. They have hired Sydney Carter. Texas, I've never had a piece of burnt orange memorabilia in my entire life. That is Moody. I'm going to put it on the screen. That is Moody said it. I didn't say this, but I agree with him. That is Moody said. One of the best investments alone. The Puff Fund works. I love the Puff Fund now. I love it. But man, shout out to Tech. Alfio, man, I apologize everything I said about the Longhorns. Because they just announced that my favorite assistant, what is she, Jimmy? Let me see. I don't even know her title. Let me get her title back, Jimmy. Jimmy, the director of player development. Jimmy, do you know what that is? What that mean? If you're the director, I don't know.
That means you can't go on the road and visit people on the prospective visits.
But what do you mean? What do they do? What do they do?
That means you're probably going to be. She's probably going to be in the practices or before the practices. She'll be probably the one that's in charge when they do individuals. When they do it, what time they do individuals, how many. You can't have more than 3 of them out at a time during the off season. I think that's what the rule used to be. She'll be the one that'll be handling secondary stuff, and probably while she's gaining important experience for her resume for when she can go back on the road as she's inspiring to be. So that's what
Jimmy, I heard she worked. Trey Phillips said she worked Wells with the point guard.
All that go up under there, and you got to realize. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. It's not deeper than basketball. You just left Texas A&M, who are a top 25 program. You go to the University of Texas, top 25 program. Mm-hmm. They're both in the great state of Texas. They're both 2 of the more resourceful programs, athletic departments in the United States of America. And you also get the experience of going and being part of the scouts, being part of different things for 2 different Power 5 conferences. That's what that means. Now, University of Texas is going to the SEC, and is it immediately? When is it? Because I know they were trying to buy their way in. I think they have 1 more year left, but I'm not sure. You guys can correct me on that. So as far as where UT will be playing this year, I think they got 1 more year in the Big 12. Because and just as U of H has 1 more year in the American Conference. But this is valuable in regard to that.
Thank
bigger
you,
than life.
Karen Roach. Karen Roach, I love you, man. She implement the individual workout program specific for each player. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just want to know what she stays
Yeah.
on the campus working with the players. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So and probably also she'll have a probably a valuable role when doing their camps. His camp seasons are back on the college campuses, boys and men and women, boys and girls camps. And so also if a lot of people may not understand, those June camps are how a lot of assistant coaches in different programs around the country, how they supplement their salary. They get that's kind of like a stipend, That's like a Christmas bonus in June for a lot of campuses on those camps, those which are valuable depending on the program. And
yeah,
so
because some of them camps be sold out. So what else you got? What else you got, man? I got so much. I'm glad you stopped me. I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow. Good.
Yeah, grassroots basketball, of course, this past weekend, the second live period has come to a close, and I'm glad because often every day this week we'll go and we'll visit with several topics and to get your thoughts as well, because a lot of you parents got a chance to go in and experience different platforms. And my question is, okay, did it live up to the hype wherever you went? Because I think a lot of times the sale, remember, it's a buyer's or a seller's market. And a lot of times the sale is you come play with us. We're going to travel here. We're going to travel there. All the college coaches are going to see you. So all you independent teams out there, all you independent parents out there, was it worth it thus far? Did it live up to the hype? Wherever you went thus far. And because remember, at the end of the day, you retain the power as where you choose to play with. That was everybody that switched the team at one time or another. Your former team, business goes on for them. Did you find yourself thinking like, man, I should have stayed my ass right over there on the other side of the street? Man, I thought this was grass over here, and this was nothing but turf. I mean, I'm just curious to know, you guys to those of you who went around, and what you noticed is, and what I noticed from afar, because I've purposely remained in the state of Texas for April in regards to the live periods. You guys know for 20 straight years, summers, take away that one COVID year, I was gone. I'm at EYBL, then later on the Adidas circuit back in the days. Then you had you had Reebok stuff going on. I'm going. So now, while I'm going, remember, it's more have-nots than there are have in regard to the luxuries that some of this stuff yield. So while I'm going, I hear some of the whispers. Know what one of the whispers was, Hatter?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't hear.
All he gonna do is follow the best players around, and he ain't gonna never get a chance to watch our kids in the live period. So I eliminated the excuse this spring, that is. I stayed my ass in Texas.
Oh, I didn't know that was a.
Oh yeah, that was one. That was one. That was one. So now, what that excuse? See, once you eliminate all of the excuses, then you get to the truth. That's my point.
Okay.
That wasn't the truth in the first place. Because you understand, for those guys that go on the road, it should be a goal. There are some people going on the road because the program are paying their expenses. And ain't nothing wrong with that. That's like you for hire. Archie Young, he traveled with Texas Takeover. And guess what? That's Archie Young he made it specifically clear. He ain't doing a whole lot of pro bono for you guys. This is his job. He quit his job to take a gamble on providing for his family, doing this stuff. Jeffrey Day, he travels with Team Temple. That's okay. Jeffrey Day has the luxury to do so because guess what? He still maintains his day job as a school teacher in the public school system. So now you have other guys that are expiring, and most of them you see. I think I seen one young guy. He go with wherever the Raptors go. They have one of the young guys, inspiring guys. I can't think of his name. He travels with the Houston Raptors wherever they go. They went to Dallas this weekend. I went up there this weekend and caught the beginning of the game and had to dash over for a meeting when I was in Dallas. Yeah, I flew to Dallas to support some of our Houston area teams who were playing up there. The Raptors played Rock Stars at 8 o'clock, beat the stuffings out of them. Before the end, I saw John Urie's Houston Superstars get the stuffings beat out of them by a team from Amarillo, right? Then I watched BP Elite with some of the Atascocita players. I watched them avoid one of the biggest upsets would have been of the summer because they were playing against a team that was full of 8th graders, playing against unsigned seniors, Hatter. That team from 8th graders, the Live On Fleur de Lis, it features Randy Livingston's son, Randy Livingston Jr., and Chris Ogden's son, the assistant coach from University of Texas, who was the head coach of UT Arlington last year. It features their sons. And both of them dudes are good. Randy Livingston's son got a chance to be special. Chris Ogden's son is more that he's already has length. And he's filling it out. He's very, very serviceable. He's talented. He has a chance. That team took these unsigned seniors to overtime. 8th graders. That's what I'm telling you guys. So what it does is after the game is over, you can go and explain to a lot of those guys and they can see why they don't have those multitude of offers that they think that they're supposed to have. It ain't no way in hell that 12th graders who primarily from a Atascocita high school, now don't get it twisted. It wasn't their team. A lot of the guys who signed weren't playing. A lot of the guys that were signed aren't playing. I think maybe
seniors though, Jimmy, and them 8th graders should
exactly
be whooping on you like that.
And they won the game, but once again, it took overtime.
Oh, okay. I got you.
They won the game.
Okay.
But remember I say it all the time, you can have losses that can feel like wins. To those 8th graders, they probably went to McDonald's after the game. They probably went parties after the game. It was happy as hell. But look what we just did to the team that just had Duncanville by 20. Well, don't get it twisted. In our behalf, not a single one of those guys that was on that court for BP Elite started for Atascocita. Not a single one of them. So let's get that straight. But they were members of the team or the program. It was some guys that were coming up from the JV and some of the 12th grade. But primarily they were 12th graders. But I also saw I got a chance to see Robert Miller playing with his new team. Remember, he played with TJ Ford. They disbanded that team. He's playing with the team Live On out of, that's based out of New Orleans. Robert Miller was, he's one of those players that he averaged 6 blocks a game in his high school season at Pasadena Memorial High School. 6 blocks a game. Let's get this out the street, period. And what people are doing, and I noticed around the country, because I have to come up playing cleanup with a lot of guys. And people call me and they say, well, what, Jim, the guys say he can't, listen, he's in the 10th damn grade. He's in the 10th grade. He averaged 6 blocks a game. He has a chance. Now, when you see him against guys that were older than him this past weekend, which he's played 17s basically for 2 summers, you got to see some things. And his body frame is kind of like that frame of what Ashton Smith has, Nimitz, then Legacy, who's now at A&M. But Ashton Smith never average 6 blocks a game. Ashton Smith never was the defensive presence outside of his range that this young man is. So you look at him from the defensive side of the floor first. I know it's habitual. A lot of people, they go watch basketball. First of all, you're waiting on the guy to score a bucket. Follow me on this. Don't even look at him on the offensive end. You're gonna notice him on the offensive end. He's not gonna be. It's not like he's over there fumbling everything. Good hands, good feet, good quarter. But pay attention on the defensive first, because that's the marketing ability of this young man. Defense first, right? Also, who else did I see down there? The Houston Hoops 16U. I saw them over there. They paired up, had a close game over on the blue side on the court 3, and pulled it off on Saturday evening. Divine played well. Justin Begg played well in there. And I think that team made it. I think they won their bracket, if I'm not mistaken. That Houston Hoops team up at the Gasso. So, and I like the way that the Gasso. I talked to the guys when I let them know I was coming in, and they were thrilled. Hospitality is a big part. It means a whole lot to a lot of people. They were thrilled to know that I came and supported their event and supported the teams from out of H-Town alike. But one thing I was impressed with. I flew back to Houston on Sunday to catch the championship rounds of the Pearland Classic. I did Pearland Classic Friday night. I watched nothing but 6, 7, and 8 graders on Friday night. On Saturday morning, I went back. I was at MacArthur High School. I watched 8th graders, 9th graders, 10th graders on Saturday. I stayed in the gym, went and caught a plane around about 3 o'clock, got the hell up out of here, went on down to DFW, and was back in Houston 24 hours later. So this is what I'm doing to support your babies. And understand the value of this. If a person like me is in the building, parents, what it means is if there are coaches that are actually watching your babies play, and if I'm there, then I have the capability to pull up the antenna of that coach before the game, during the game, after the game, to expedite the entire recruiting process or the entire evaluation process by weeks, by months, and in some cases by a whole year, just by relaying and letting the coach know, hey, Hannah, I know you first to go watch Robert Little Jr. On court 2. Check this out. Come with me. I just need do me a solid. I need you to come watch this kid for 4 or 5 possessions. That's how I do it sometimes. Give him 4 or 5 trips down the floor, and I need you to let me know what you think. And guess what? If you have a relationship, a college coach will do that unless he's running late and you catch him walking through the door. You can't do that. You got to catch him in the break room or when he's, and that's valuable. I'm giving game to some of you young fellas out there that's expiring to be productive in this evaluation business of high school basketball. You can't go and bug them when you see them writing and you see them evaluating. No, halftime, maybe a timeout. It's like jumping rope. Leave them alone. You don't go, you see them walking somewhere, you let them get to where they're going. You can follow them if you want, but let them get to where they're going. You stop them. You don't know they could be running late. You want to have full court. Now, if they stop you, then it's different. It's in that way now, you don't make a coach get in a position where they see you and they're going to say in their mind, oh, hell, let me go the other way, man. They know this dude going to want to talk. Every time he see me, want to talk about something. So those guys are on a tight schedule. And guess what, Hatter? I don't know about the rest of the days. Like I said, I wasn't in Gasso on Friday, wasn't Gasso Saturday morning. I wasn't there on Championship Sunday. But it was merely a fragment of the college coaches.
I know.
A fragment.
I know.
that were normally out at Agasso during this live period.
Coach, it's fragmented all over the country, though, I heard.
I mean, that's why I asked him you're exactly right. That's why I asked, and I posed the question earlier to a lot of the parents out there. Was this experience what you expected it to be? You know, was it what you thought? Because sometimes people have sold you to believe you come with us, we're gonna go here, and it's gonna be all the coaches are gonna be there.
Coach, it was slim picking. Coach, it wasn't as prevalent in the EYBL either. Coach, I watched every game, and I'm just looking at the baselines, Jimmy. That's where the coaches live on the baseline. Them baselines was not full. I remember a time, and maybe it's just the times, but I remember a time the baseline, coach, shit, I couldn't get I used to sit with them, I couldn't get a seat. So maybe, I don't know what it is. I mean, maybe they got all of these coaches. Guess what? A college coach could have sit at home in his office and watched every game like I did. I mean, I enjoyed watching the EYBL. I'm telling you, I enjoyed watching. I enjoyed watching them, but I didn't enjoy the brand of basketball, man. These kids just, Jimmy, it's too many. Hey, y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all one more time. Y'all got a whole, the July. It's too much my turn, man. Pass the damn ball.
That's the sale for some of them. You come play with us, you got the ball in your hand, you can do what you want to do. You could do it, you keep doing what you're doing. Then you get doing what you're doing, it ain't that no more. It ain't fun no more. Remember, we had the young fellow over here that we talked about a few weeks ago, Orlando Harden Jr. He led the Houston Hoops in shot attempts.
Can't do that.
And still left the team. That was enough. But it was, remember, in all fairness, the father said it was deeper than that. It was something else.
Don't get it wrong. Excuse me. Let me tell people. It was coaches there to see certain players. Don't get it twisted. Just because it's not the quantity. I mean, I didn't see every court because I just really watched the Houston Hoops. And I watched JL3 a little bit and Live On. And maybe it was some for some other players. I just didn't see them for those teams. Okay? I didn't watch the other team.
Yeah. Now we got a couple of questions that we can take. Like I said, this is what right now is an opportunity for some people can share their experiences, and also if you have questions about different things about this stuff. Guess what? Nobody can come and tell and say, well, we know the answers right now when it comes to this stuff. We are emerging into this. This is a phase of life that we are expecting to be in for a mighty long time in regards to the recruiting process, especially for men's and women's basketball. Men's more so because the opportunities of pro are more gallant, more reachable or attainable if you're a certain status of a kid. So I think Alex Sestero says it was very light attendance at the Gasso all weekend, including Friday. Some games had 2 to 3 coaches per court max. Guys, it's 6 courts in that place. 2 to 3 max per court. Hell, when I was there Saturday, the section that's normally reserved for college coaches, know what it was? It was filled up.
With people.
With spectators.
Yeah.
With spectators.
Yes. I'm coach.
Those sections used to be filled. That bottom baseline would be caked with coach. And guess what? It's not nothing about the event. It's just that a lot of coaches, as some of you guys may have mentioned on the feed, on the Boom Boom Room, a lot of staffs had to make business decisions. This while their rivals are out at the EYBL and at the Adidas and at Under Armour, we gonna take an advantage to get this other kid in the portal who we need on a campus visit while they out there messing around with them 11th graders. We gonna close this deal. And so, guess what? The national champion head coach, Bill Self, was in Houston on Sunday
Yes.
during the live period at Delmar Fieldhouse talking to high school coaches.
I didn't understand that to save my life.
Oh, I understood every bit of it.
What?
Mattress Mac brought Bill Self to Houston. Remember, Mattress Mac cashed in at the Final Four with his widely known promos. Whereas if you buy furniture, then leading into certain championship events, whether it be
No,
a
you
Super Bowl,
explain to me. Forget Mattress Mac. Tell me why he came down here. For money.
$225,000. That's why he come down here. Get that bag. Bill Self wanted to be out there for who? $225,000, and to promote his Kansas camp to those high school coaches so they can flood it through their flock. But between $200 and $225,000.
$200,000 to Bill Self?
Guess what? That's a nice bump. That's a nice bump. And guess what?
I see the world different. I see the world different.
And you get to come into one of the most fertile recruiting grounds and go and get into intimate time.
You ain't gonna be able to explain that. You ain't gonna explain that
with people that he's not normally gonna see in those gyms during the live recruiting period. He's getting the high school coaches. That's almost like that's priceless. But you get a check. Understand now? That ain't what Bill Self came down here to do. That was added on to it. He was paid to come down here because those families who bought the furniture, this was Sunday afternoon was the date that they all come to Gallery Furniture. They get some snacks and they get their checks for whatever they made their purchases for. Bill Self personally handed the checks to most of those families.
Got paid. I don't give a fat rat's behind what he came to do. He came to hand some checks. So you got a coach that already makes millions, gonna come down here during the live period. Something about that don't sit well with me. Just something about it. It set well with you, Jimmy, because that's you.
I mean,
nothing set well with me about it. Nothing set well with me about it.
Let's say something. So let's say he's the head coach. On his list, all head coaches have only about 4 to 6 high school guys that they, based on various grades, that they are committed to contacting or going to see on a regular.
Jimmy, you don't have to take up for this rule for me. You don't have to take up for this guy for me.
No. Who you expect him to go see?
No, I'm just saying. I hope you're doing it for yourself. You ain't got to take up.
He saw everybody needed to see on Friday night and on Saturday.
I'm just saying you don't have to take up for him for me. I'm going to feel some way about him anyway. I'm going to feel some way because he cheated. And they got him on wiretap. They got his coaches on wiretap. And ain't nothing happened. So yes, okay, yeah. So I expect for him to come and do that. Okay, all right. You don't have to take up for him.
No, that's not.
Just show me a little bit more about it.
I'm explaining when a person has done their homework. You've done your homework on Friday and Saturday. You saw the 4
So
or 5
every coach should have went out all over the country. Every coach should have went out all over the country and do stuff like that. Every coach should have.
Every coach ain't got Mattress Mac ain't giving that money to anybody. So that's the whole thing.
To the money.
Go do that.
So coaches will go do that for money, but
This
when the
dude
kids want,
dude was not coming to Houston if it was no money involved on appearance fee. He's not coming to do that out of the kindness of his heart.
I believe you me, I know he didn't.
That was business. Shoot.
Okay. I got you. I'm glad you taking this business.
Yeah, I know it's business because he damn sure wasn't coming for free. So that means it's business. And he came with the quickness. And you know, I mean, guess what? So if a lot of, a few, I don't know what the attendance was over at Delmar Fieldhouse with the coaches chalk, I think they called it chalk talk. And whereas he basically did some Q&A stuff, it wasn't the X's and O's, a whole lot of X's and O's.
Did anybody go to it? Any college coach, any high school coaches go to it.
Watch.
Any that's watching, did anybody go to it? Wow. Boy, it must be nice. Must be nice. But what else we got, man?
Remember now, the talking with the high school coaches wasn't the primary reason he was coming. That was something that was added on. It was added on. And I guess probably for compliance reason, to give him a solid reason to go get the check. You come in, you talking to the high school coach.
On a live video, he chose to come down here and get some money. I hope you players over the country listening to that. Go get your money. Get these damn coaches.
Shoot.
Go get your money. If you got an appearance, go to your damn appearance. Coach did it. Wow.
National champion.
Wow. I see why all them guys going, shit, with the boy, Brown leaving. I mean, everybody leaving. They going pro. They better go get their money. Shit, their coach going to get their money. Shit, go get your money, player. Because he going to get his. Go get your money, young king. Boy, I can't wait to dissect this, y'all. I sit there and saw him. I saw some people tweet about it, but I was saying to myself, I know this is old. I know this out there. I know his ass. I was saying, I know his ass ain't in Houston this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. And they say he left real quick, too. Yeah, he got the money and ran.
Well, that was his obligation was fulfilled. Okay. Come and make his appearance at Gallery Furniture. The other stuff had nothing to do with Mattress Mac. You know, that was something else that was I guess like added on. Like I said, I think to possibly to fulfill and to satisfy some compliance stuff. That way to let it be known. Basically, you came down there to talk to some high school coaches. But while you're in town, I'm gonna go over here and do this promo on the way to the airport. You know, the Bush, you heading right that way to go back and hop on that jet. Because he jumped in ducked in on the jet, ducked out on the jet. But anyway,
I got some I saw in John Lucas posted. He said, I just left a live event for boys in front of college coaches to learn more about players coming up in the future. Parents have let too many wannabes have access to their kids who are guessing about their levels of play. The truth hurt, but it's the best investment for your future. What do you think about that statement?
Read that one again. Read that one again.
Just left a live event for boys in front of college coaches to learn more about players coming up in the future. He wanted to come learn about the players. He said parents have let too many wannabes, I've been saying this for years, have access to their kids who are guessing about the kids' level of play. The truth hurts, but it's the best investment for your future. In other words, we got too many levels to get to these kids. You got anybody can tell one of these. You got dudes who ain't never did nothing in this life but hang around this dude. And those guys are making decisions now for these dudes. I guess that's what I'm paraphrasing. And it's hurting a lot of kids, Jimmy. I mean, I see it every day. I mean, especially at this level that I get a chance. I mean, these people just let anybody come and speak for them and their kids. So that was a great tweet, John, by the way.
And, a lot of, like I said before, a lot of the parents, it's a lot of people probably don't look at it like that at first, but they look at it as though this guy has been in our life. He's like family, he's known little Johnny since the 6th grade. So, and then he used to play over here. And everybody who plays ball past high school, the odds are that you know at least 2 college coaches that you either played with, played against, went to college with, played against in college. It's a small world in basketball. But your resources, the thing is, a lot of people think just because you have the resume that you can do the work, you can fulfill and do the lesson, so to speak.
I got something to help. When people tell me that, I give them this. Let's say that person you grew up with, let's say he was a doctor, MD, okay? Medical doctor, family practitioner doctor. But you got a doctor in your influence, in your influence. But you got to have brain surgery, okay? You are not, I hope, because I know that doctor gonna be smart enough, I hope won't allow the family practitioner to perform brain surgery on you. And the problem is a lot of people don't treat these decisions as serious as brain surgery, because thus, y'all just said, over all these people transferring because what? They didn't make the first choice at the first right time. And I debunked that theory because, sometimes you just don't make the first choice or the right choice the first time. Some people got to do it over and over and again. But we got to start taking these things a lot more serious. Just cause a dude played college basketball don't mean he understands the inner workings of basketball. Just cause I do it, I can't tell you not one thing why this man got on this plane in a live period and brought his ass to make an appointment and hand out some damn things for Mattress Mac. I don't understand. I guess I don't understand the inner workings of a college coach. So I look at that and listen, just because you're cool with me and you played at Boogaloo State, don't mean you know what's good for this kid. That's all. Don't mean, I think the wannabe, what, maybe I should have asked John, what you mean by wannabe? Wannabe what? Wannabe what? Wannabe handle, wannabe what? Wannabe what? And maybe that's the question I should have asked John. We got to be more parents. That's all I'm telling you. Y'all can let these dudes who ain't did a damn thing in their life make decisions for you. Y'all can do it. But I wouldn't advise on it. I want to find somebody who done it before. Because if you done it before, it's a great chance you be able to do it again. So that's all. I just wanted to share that with y'all because as people make bad decisions all the time. We got a kid right now, a young man. I don't know what's going on with him. But I know. Can't tell you how a source. Jimmy, what'd you say? According to sources. Ben Simmons been around yes people all his life. Yes, Ben. Yes, Ben. Yes, Ben. That ugly ass jacket you got on, it's beautiful, Ben. It's beautiful. Yes, Ben. Yes, Ben. So now, then you look at all this turmoil. So parents, and I'm just talking about him because he's so prevalent in the news. Man, parent, he gonna get tired of listening to your voice. I'm gonna tell you that right now, especially the higher he goes. He gonna get tired, especially if he start paying some of your bills. If he get good enough to be able to pay some of your bills. He ain't listening to your ass no more, parent. He gonna shut you off. You better make sure you got somebody that's looking out and just can bring him back. I told you the story, Jim. I'll never forget Baron Davis. He wanted to sign with me. He said, man, just come over and meet my grandma. But my partner who was with me got to talking to grandma. They just got to talking. And the grandma got to talking about the Bible and the Lord, but spiritual stuff. And he was going, they was talking. I didn't get in that, but they were. And the sister was there, and she used that against us when we left. You know how Jimmy's always a meeting after the meeting. Well, I didn't like him talking to Grandma so much about the in church. But Grandma, that's who she was. But she used that because y'all, this business is so competitive. All it takes is that one little thing, and you go another way. But guess what? That same person, Jimmy, who got him to go with them other people, later on in his career, he fired that person and stopped messing with the sister. Jimmy, guess who the sister called and said, could you get me back with my brother? Not that man, me. And guess what I did? Made sure they got back together. So all I'm trying to explain to y'all, man, watch. Y'all, I know it's hard. But I guess John talking about the wannabes, man, a lot of these people ain't done nothing, man. Just because they run a basketball program, just because they put in these positions, they ain't done nothing. So my advice would be just make sure you got somebody that's proven it's got a history of doing things the right way. You know a man by his history, not his story, not the shit, it's not the stuff he's telling you, his history. You're looking at his resume, like Jimmy said something earlier about a resume. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. So many. Jimmy, did you push mute? Oh, you pushed mute. It was so many people there.
Add the mute on. Yeah, guys, just got to be smarter. You guys know nobody. I'm just waiting on the day. All you got to do for holding people accountable for steering you down bad, bumpy roads.
Oh, Jimmy.
In this stuff.
Jimmy, that's a good one, Jimmy. Jimmy, that's a good one. Trey, I don't know what. Trey, that's a good one. Our NIL deal. Trey, that's a good one I've been seeing. But keep going, Jimmy. But Trey, you got me with that one, boy. Trey, you've been watching. You done seen some. I got to put that back up there. You done seen some, but keep talking, Jimmy. Jimmy.
I mean, and once again, there are many of you that are watching right now on the Chop Shop that has been through this stuff, that has been duped before. If more of you felt compelled and understand, it's not about embarrassing nobody. It's not the fact that you've moved on, but that's a testimony that another parent who's coming up probably can see, feel, and be moved to become more proactive to not make the same mistake. Because just as you go on, your silence can sometimes be perceived as support from some, and the people who may have done that to you, or the person who may have deceived, misled, false promoted things that you could have get your level of play. Well, those people thinking like, I got another satisfied customer. I got another satisfied client. Because you ain't said nothing. And they don't know every time you get in closed door, behind closed doors, you're saying, man, I'm so glad I'm away. See, that's the phrase that I catch. That's the, what do they call it? The dog whistle. Hatter. Mm-hmm. And everybody that's watching, be advised. Let me tell you this. Whenever you hear a parent say, I'm so glad that I don't have to deal with that summer basketball shit again. Know what that means? That means their experience was not holy matrimony.
Jimmy, Troy just said that.
Which
Troy Benjamin just said that. And really? I said,
I ain't see it.
Jimmy, I had a good experience and I was tired of that mess.
It's something that somehow in the midst of it that you think about it, that outweighed the good. You say, I don't even want to be around this mess no more. I'm done. It ain't paying the money to come in the door. That ain't the reason. It's something else. And that something else is what somebody else can probably take advantage of. It can probably help save them hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars before it's too late. And that's the thing. There's no class that a parent can go to and say and teach them how to navigate through this stuff. You're dealing every year that goes by, that person who's doing it gets another year on his resume or her resume to claim themselves as experienced enough to be able to tell you what they think may be right or wrong about different aspects of recruiting. I mean, follow me on it. You know, we get how do we get it all the time? Man, I'm coming on the chop shop, man. You know what? I'm ready to talk. You know what I say all the time? Come on.
Bring your ass.
Come on. Then you know what they do? They go talk to other people. Man, I'm going to go on the chop shop and next week. You know what the people do? They convince your ass to not come on because, you know why? Because it's a fear of the unknown. Man, you know that Hicks, man. You gotta watch him, man. Why? Because I'm gonna ask you a question. You understand this. You could choose to answer it however you want to. But at the same time, if you know, understand something. My thing in my job or my serving to this community is I'm not trying to, if I wanted to out many of the people whom are doing a lot of misleading and misdeeding, that's an easy call. I could do that. Instead, I'm trying to educate the parents and the relatives of the players so that you would be more equipped to deal with that type of person. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to mess off the game. I'm just trying to equalize things. I'm Robin Hood in this thing. Call me the Robin Hood. Trying to take intel from the rich and give to the poor. And guess what? Everybody, many of y'all use some stuff that we say, and we get the emails, we get the text messages, we get the DMs. Man, I thank y'all so much. I was watching last week. Man, I tried this, or I asked this coach that, and guess, man, keep on keeping on. And there's others who out there, they'll watch from afar with their asses tight as hell, wondering if we get to talking about stuff because they don't want to say nothing, because they say something, it's the fear of the unknown. They're fearing that your ass might get blasted because we know where the bones are buried with a lot of you guys. But once again, if that's what I wanted to do, I don't have to wait to do that. See, I'm like Training Day. I'm like a portion of that character Denzel Washington played on Training Day. Yeah? Meaning that many of you guys know me. I'm looking I'm pausing. I'm reading Jeremy Cunningham's comment.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
But many of you know me. I go, a lot of you guys, because I give you guys the form. I come out, I fellowship with some of y'all, I fellowship with you, happy hour with you. I'm gonna buy you a drink or something, buy you a couple. I'm gonna pick up the ticket here and there. But at the same time, I know what a lot of you guys do. Because a parent that gets scorned, they might not tell it on you publicly. They ain't got no problem showing those text messages. They ain't got no problem playing a tape of that recording or that recorded conversation they hit you with, and you know they was recording it. Parents that scorn, that's their babies.
So what do you say? What do you say to people like Marissa? And Marissa, I felt that one because its parents be telling me about that. She said, I like my experience. I just don't like all of this paying the door fees. And a lot of parents, she said, I'll miss it when it's gone, except those door fees. If you got, concerned parents, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Jimmy, when my son used to play in high school, I used to hate to give them people the money to pay at the door. And I had the money. I just hated to give it to them. You know why? I said the reason most of these people come in here because they wasn't getting nobody in these games until he started playing here. So I'm paying y'all to watch my son play, and the reason it just didn't set right. It just didn't set right. And Marissa, I've heard, it's just something about being held up at the door and have to pay. I don't like to play in clubs. That's just me. I make sure if you know me, like Jimmy said, if you know me, I don't like to stand in line. I don't like, at Disney World, if I'm not got the VIP package, I'm not going. So, Miss Marissa, you hit me with that one because I kind of understand it. I understand it. I'm just a stickler. I'm paying to get in this wood, to get in here. I ain't standing in line. I ain't paying. So that's just how I felt, Marissa. And I understand because a lot of parents be telling me that. Man, I got to get this. Man, I got 4 kids. Get out.
You know what? Huh? You know what, Adam? I know you remember me saying this to people. Uh-huh. Back a few years ago, a lot of people that are in high school now, their babies were in the 5th, 6th grade 4, 5 years ago. And we started the Chop Shop. Now, I know you heard me say this before. I said, at that time, most of our events with RCS Sports, we purposely made them the lowest price at the gate on purpose. And because at that time I used to label myself as the Walmart of event operators. You get good quality product, and it's gonna be a lower price. And then there's other events. Now I've told you guys I've had event operators that called me several times over to basically plead with me, man, you're messing up the market, Hicks. Man, why you charging $5 to get in? Remember, the season opener was $5 to get in just until last year. All the way up to last year, the season opener $5. And so my thing was, and I say, well, if people, and I'm looking at other events that were coming, and then you have other events that park themselves right on top of my events, and they're charging $20 to get in. And I'm still charging $5 to get in. I'm not that big of a fool. I say what they're going to end up doing is going to turn me, because your actions, and I try to explain to parents how you can fight that. You can combat that mentally. You simply have to go and let the person, your coach, know if it's 3 or more starters, the parents of starters. Really, in high school ball, it don't take but 2 or more of the right ones. 2 or more of the leading scorers, or 3 or more starters. If those parents get together and say, Coach, we want to have a meeting with you. And they meet with the coach and they express their grievances about, listen, where we plan on going? Well, we're not going here. You know how much they're going to charge the gate? Because we're not going to play goal if we find out that they're charging this. My son is going to, we're boycotting that week, not that particular event, we're boycotting them prices. And I promise you, out of you a coach and 3 parents, starters, that's 60% of your starting offense, or 100% of your top scorers come to you and tell you that. Know what you're gonna do? You're gonna start shopping. You're gonna call that event operator. You're gonna do 2-3 things. Hey, coach. Hey, Mr. How much is the tickets for the spectators? They gonna say, they'll prolong it and say, well, we don't know yet. We haven't decided. That's a good pro to do that. Or they'll say, they'll tell you the price, and then you got to make a decision. Now, that price is what those parents accuse them of charging. You got to say, well, man, look, we're not going to be able to come. They're going to say, why? Well, because my parents, I got 3 or 4 parents, they're not going to want to pay that. Now, that event operator got to make a business decision. Either he can go cut something off their entry fee, the equivalent of those weekend passes for those parents. Oh, it's done all the time. Or he can say, coach, I tell you what I do. I give you 3 extra armbands. Well, they both got husband and wife. Well, I give you 6 extra armbands for y'all to come, depending on the drawing power of that particular team. I'm giving you guys, remember, I'm playing Robin Hood with this stuff for you guys. And I've done it 2 decades straight. Ain't many black men in the United States of America has been in this position for 2 decades straight in this position. So experience-wise, I'm giving it to you because I just don't like you guys getting TKO'd economically over and over and over and over. But guess what? Guess what? You have the power to make the moves. You have the power to make decisions. And guess what? There's events out there, there's some that still charge $5 to get in or $10 to get in. There are some that's all they charge. And if that means now the competition level of the players of the other teams are going to be a step or 2 or 3 or 4 downward. But if that means that much, you get there, you're going to watch your kids play, they're going to win by 40, win another game by 30, win the next game by 20. If that floats your boat, then seek those out. But the fact of the matter is you remaining quiet and thinking your dues, your fees give you a right to speak or question. You basically a shareholder in this program that you may be with. Some of you guys, you understand what I'm saying, that analogy. So if you're a shareholder, you have a right to ask a question. You have a right to express your thoughts. But understand, now, you can't become that cancer in the program to go try to rally everybody around, say, oh, we want to go do this, we want to do that. No, they get rid of you and just cut their losses. But if it's something true in the parent economically, the same thing work for hotels. How do you been through that hotel? Your son played on teams before, and you remember the sale is something else. But when you go on those trips, how you doing, baby? I'm doing good, mama. You ate? Yeah, I ate. What you eat? They tell her with chicken tenders and French fries. That's the main question the parents are asking. Did y'all win? Are you okay? Did y'all win? What you eat? When y'all play again?
So Jimmy, you feel, because D. White just said, do you feel people are taking advantage of the system? Are these people just trying to make money? Because if you're making money, like you said, Bill Self just came down here to make the money. So maybe these people just coming trying to make the money. These people ain't wasting their time, D. White, maybe. They trying to make some money. They trying to do like Bill Self. He's a millionaire, but he finna go, instead of going to a live period to see some of y'all kids, he got his ass in Houston making the money. So these event operators might want to just make some money. What you got a choice is, you don't. And that's what I used to always do. I just walk away. I always be wanting to walk away with a deal. That's the biggest thing in negotiation. Now you can't do this now if your ass ain't got these skills. always be able and willing to walk away from the deal. If I had to pay it for my son, yes. I never thought about this in the beginning, saying, look here, player, before you put us in any tournament, man, let's get out. How can we get our parents' fees waived? Do we have to? I just don't want to go to that door and have to get nobody no damn money, and I've been giving you money every month. Put it in my feet. I don't know how you have to do it. But ain't no like this, we got people on here worried about somebody paying somebody. Let's tackle this, because we got two women on here that and these mamas got to pay to go see their babies play. It's just it's something can be, I don't know what can be done. See, they ain't like me. I wouldn't go. And guess what? My son wouldn't go to that. He wouldn't go to that one. I don't need this tournament for my son to go to college. No way. Parents, when your ass ever get to that position and just say, look, let's figure out something else, homeboy. We ain't going to let these people hold me hostage. I'm not going to, because they're holding you hostage, mama, because they got your baby there. So y'all got to just get smart and say, look, man, don't enter me in no tournaments, man. But you got to get the good players now. You can't be no Junebug, can't play that goddamn. You can't play good now. You got to get somebody that's good. Group of y'all say, man, we can't pay this. Let's figure this thing out. Lower our entry fee. Then I'll have money to give to my damn parents to get in. And parents, parents, I'm going to go buy you the bands. I'm going to work with it. How many of y'all going? I'm going to buy you the bands. So y'all can, it's just something, man. I mean, thank you, Marissa, and thank you, D. Because this is a problem, because I be hearing this from women all the time. Man, I got to go. And these people, hold up. These people that got good jobs, they just saying, man, I got to do this every time. Every time. It's a new tournament every week. I don't blame these dudes for having tournaments. Shit, these mamas want to pay. They want to pay. Shit, I have one every week. I just ain't got that. Hold up. That's not my ministry. I told somebody, that's not my ministry. I take my hat off to y'all guys. I can't sit up there a whole weekend and watch badass basketball. I don't care how much money. Bill Self, I don't care how much money they paying me. I'm not finna go watch that bad basketball. So mamas, y'all got to get what you got in your program. Say, look here, man. Before you this early season, next year, y'all can start talking now. If you got a kid coming up next year, mom, start talking about this stuff right now. All right? I hope that works for you. I hope that works for you.
I mean, there was a girls' event in Dallas when I was up there, and I think Doug Jones and Jeffrey Day and Archie. Remember, I told you that's the only group chat with 4 or more people I'm a part of. Period. That's not family. That's not biologically family related. I think I'm in one with like a lot of my cousins. Whenever they're having family stuff, cookouts, they're saying it's about 20 of us in that. But they sent me the message about the girls' event that was held at the AT&T Stadium in Dallas, in Irving, Texas, the Jerry's World, whereas they charged $30 a day. It was $75 per person for a weekend pass. They charged $795 per team. $795 per team. $30 a day for a day pass. They had 12 courts. They dropped on the floor, 12 at Jerry's World. So the football thing is up, of course, it's slab up under that, and they dropped down 12 courts. And that was the event. I think that was the most expensive one that I think that took place all weekend. That I think it may have been another one, but that I know of. That was girls. $795 per team. And, He had over 200 teams. He had over 200 teams. So people paid that for the experience of playing in Jerry's world, I assume. You know, once again, there are ways you can combat that if you are a parent, but you got to do it before your coach pays the money. It's like the commitment. When a kid commit to a college, whatever they want, if they are priority number one, pretty much whatever they want, the coaches will entertain. That don't mean they're going to give it to you. They're going to entertain it. Whatever you asking for, they're going to entertain if you are high priority. But once your ass sign that letter of intent, all bets are off. So that's the thing you have to do. Look at your schedule. You could tell the coaches who are parents, there's so much you can tell at this point. Once we get to May, it's like halftime of a game. This is halftime of the summer grassroots period approaching us right now. Of the grassroots season, that is. Some coaches promised you guys, first of all, parents, you're guilty of not being equipped enough to ask the right questions. How many of y'all ever asked the grassroots coach or the program director how many kids will be sleeping in the same room? If you never ask that question, then guess what? You really can't be that mad. You really shouldn't be that mad at that program director when you find out they're sleeping 4 boys in a room. Especially in today's era of these zesty ass young men that's populating our society. Understand, guys used to sleep back in the days. Now I've seen the rooms and the 4 in the room, 2 beds. Remember now, I don't think you guys noticed, but the queen beds ain't queen beds no more like back in the old hotel days. There are 2 full-size beds. When you got the high school age kids, they used to sleep, one would sleep facing the headboard and the other one would sleep facing the other way. That was for those that did, even with the little bitty kids, if you had to resort to that with those little June bugs, that's the proper way to do it. I understand some people got to get it out the mud and how they live with the 2 beds. Now I understand how some people done did that. Then there's other parents, you tell that other kid if he got to do it, sleep his ass on the floor. I wouldn't encourage it at all at this point, like I said, because you never know with little boys. They all see what happened with little boys is certain things that we call out of bounds, they consider just playing. They just, they coochie coo with each other, tap each other on the ass and all that. They just playing. Pulling other pants down, they come out the shower, taking a towel from around. That's just playing. But in today's society, they ain't playing no more. Once again, how many of y'all ever asked the question of how many boys will be sleeping or girls will be sleeping in the same room? Because your dues, part of the sale is these dues are paying for some of this trip. It's paying for food, room and board, transportation. It goes into that.
This man said, them parents ain't out there shooting jumpers. I want to make my own decision. Jimmy, you told me to put that on the screen. We missing the turn. It's my dream, not my parents. It's your parents' money, though.
No, that ain't the one I told you to put on there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You got to look back on that.
What about the kids?
It's the parents' money. The parents maintain.
That's the problem. Okay. Yeah.
Parents maintain the right to ask questions.
Of course.
And they maintain the right to hold you accountable. See, nobody wants to be held accountable. Yeah, it stings sometimes. Yeah, it can be embarrassing sometimes. But guess what? If you're going to just be willing to if you're speaking truth.
Hey, man, let's end this show, man. Because this man of a dude's talking about Don't use the phrase "get it out the mud" with this. Man, it's time to end the show. I cannot believe he said that, man. With the topic you just was talking about. But hey, y'all, I got to get out of here, man. Hey, I cannot. Ooh, something is wrong with y'all on this show. I promise y'all. Y'all was doing good until we still talking about this high school basketball. This is the most polarizing subject on the planet. And we got, and y'all get ready, because guess what? I want to see how many of y'all gonna keep having Twitter now, because this fool finna buy it. They didn't agree to the terms. I'm done. I'm done.
You know the undercurrent of one of his backers, one of his biggest supporters.
Come on, man.
Is the former president. Remember, Twitter banned that former president. So they found a way. You want to play like that? We gonna buy this whole damn platform.
And Jimmy, what pissed me off is we the one that made this thing so valuable. Black Twitter. We got a name called Black Twitter. We on here talking about each other. When are one of our young kids going to invent a device, an app that we can talk to each other instantly around the globe? That's all Twitter is. This man, a South African, Jimmy. See, you talk about Trump. The man is from South Africa. Jimmy, Google Tesla and how they treat black employees around the country, around the globe. Unbelievable. This man, the thing that we made valuable, up to 40, we're going to pay $43 million, and we ain't going to get a quarter. Unless you got a little stock. You know, if you're smart enough to have a little stock, then you're going to get some bread. It's unbelievable, man. But hey, give them one. We'll continue tomorrow. Let's get us out of here, man. It's taxing. Unless you got another topic you want to talk about.
Yeah, man. It's time to land the plane. We deal with a lot of stuff on tomorrow. Guys, you haven't shared the show today. Make sure you do so.
Yeah.
Share the show. You simply just hit the share button or hit the arrow, share it to your timelines, to your groups. If you're in the Boom Boom Room on the YouTube, give us a share. Also give us a thumbs up. If you're the first time or hadn't been in a while, go over to our YouTube page and subscribe to us. Follow us on YouTube if you would, so we can continue to increase our digital footprint on the Chop Shop. Once again, guys, you understand, you see what it is, what you get with the Chop Shop, and you could feel the passion through the speakers and on certain topics, and that's the thing that should galvanize you or drive you to go and reach out and invite somebody else to come tomorrow as we continue some of the conversations about some of the grievances that you guys may have about this stuff. Guess what? It can be solved, but it can't be if you sitting there whining silently. You got to be proactive. Remember, see, as I leave you guys with this, remember, just a couple of weeks ago, Rick Nelson and myself with the JRB events, we called it Customer Appreciation Month. And that was basically spearheaded toward the teams. We went and cut the prices of the entry fees down to 20, all the way down to as much as 25%. I mean 75% off, down to 25% of what it was. One event was $125. Another event was $150. Those were so that some of the event teams would not be so taxed when they come to these events. And the energy that you have for a lot of the stuff when the events are high, keep the same energy and pay attention and appreciate when somebody's willing to give a clearance sale or give a sale, so to speak, and give you a tax break from people taxing your asses so much. That's all. Sometimes they feel good and know it's appreciated. Because if not, then we'll say, well, what was the purpose of doing it? They don't care. They're going to pay the other thing anyway. But I want to leave you guys on that. Thanks you guys so much. Trey Phillips, man, you know, we hope everything, you know, with your event, just keep on pushing. And I understand your plight, man. You charging $200, $300 less than what those other events are charging, and you probably giving them better product, better customer service, you know, and all that. We'll talk about all that stuff and a lot more on tomorrow, but we got to get the hell up out of here and make sure we got NBA playoffs tonight. We'll spend some time on that tomorrow. I'll be on time on tomorrow, so you guys can come and catch me during the first half of the Chop Shop, just like old times. We're gonna, and that way we have more time to go in this. For the most part, we're gonna slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing. Be sure to be proactive. Take this, what you heard on the Chop Shop, implement it today somewhere in some form or fashion. But for Robert Hatter, it's Jim Hicks. We up out here, guys. See you in 22 hours. Peace. We up out here. Chop Shop.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro, let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop.